During a market downturn, withdrawing money while your portfolio's value is declining can actually make it harder for your investments to recover. And this is what makes managing risk and timing withdrawals a critical part of a successful retirement strategy.
Welcome back to the Steadyhand YouTube channel. Today we're tackling one of the most important and often most challenging aspects of retirement planning, decumulation. Now this is the stage where you shift from building your portfolio to drawing an income from it, and it comes with its own set of complexities. At the end of 2023, 1 in 5 Canadians was over 60 years old, and 1,000 Canadians are turning 65 every day. Now that means the decumulation challenge is here and it's not to be underestimated. Drawing down your wealth is a lot different than building it up. In fact, renowned Nobel Peace Prize winner Bill Sharp famously called decumulation the nastiest, hardest problem in all of finance. With decumulation, everything is a variable. When will you die? How much will you consume? What will your market returns be? What level of volatility will you experience? How will you be taxed? And what unexpected expenses might there be in your future? Putting all that together gets really messy. Now, to help us navigate this topic, I'm joined by my colleague from Steadyhand, Lori Norman. Lori is one of our senior investment advisors and works with clients daily and has firsthand experience providing advice to retirees on how they can plan more confidently for their income needs and utilize interesting strategies such as having a cash wedge to manage market volatility. Now, common concerns about having to have to sell your investments at the wrong time to provide income is exactly the reason that we launched the Steadyhand Retirement Withdrawal Program last year. Now, Lori's going to help explain how this program helps our clients manage their retirement income and how it could help you too. Lori, can you start by explaining what do we mean by decumulation and why is it such an important phase for retirees to get right?
Yeah, thank you, David. Decumulation is simply the process of using the savings that you've built up over the years to create a steady, reliable income during your retirement. Unlike the years that you spent building your savings, this phase is actually about adjusting to using them. And it can be challenging because there are a lot of unknowns, some of which you mentioned, David, like how long your money needs to last, how will the markets perform, and unexpected expenses that may arise. The key is to find the right balance between making your money last and meeting your retirement needs.
Finding that balance, that is a huge challenge. So as we look at that, what are some of the key challenges that we face as retirees when trying to draw income from our portfolios?
Yeah, it's a great question, David. There can be many challenges. I'd say a few of the top challenges retirees often face are ensuring you've saved enough money to meet your retirement goals. Many of us are living longer. There's less access to traditional work pensions. So we're having to rely more on our personal savings more than previous generations. Ideally, you should withdraw money at a pace that ensures your savings lasts throughout your lifetime. The challenge here is inflation gradually reduces your purchasing power. And this is what makes careful planning before retirement even more important than ever. Secondly, many retirees will shift from receiving one steady paycheck to relying on multiple income sources like government benefits such as CPP and old age security, or possibly GIS, which is a guaranteed income supplement for lower income earners. In addition, you might have a pension or private pension, income properties, and personal investments. So a key challenge is figuring out the most tax efficient way to draw income from these sources, especially from RSPs or RIFs, which often make up a significant portion of retirement income. Finally, during a market downturn, withdrawing money while your portfolio's value is declining can actually make it harder for your investments to recover. And this is what makes managing risk and timing withdrawals a critical part of a successful retirement strategy.
Well, the shift from accumulating may sound difficult in itself, putting money aside for the future, but that's nothing compared to the challenges that you just listed around shifting into decumulation. Let's focus on the challenge related to market volatility. What is this cash wedge that we've talked about, and how does it help retirees manage that market volatility?
A cash wedge is a reserve of cash that you set aside to cover for short-term income needs, typically 1 to 3 years of anticipated living expenses. The main purpose of this reserve is to act as a safety net during these market downturns and allowing retirees to draw from this cash reserve or the savings reserve rather than being forced to sell their investments at a loss. This approach gives the rest of the portfolio time to recover in a downturn without the pressure of being forced to take these immediate withdrawals. And it also provides this peace of mind knowing that you have this stable source of income in the short term.
Okay, well, I know we spent a lot of time at Steadyhand thinking through how do we help our clients deal with this challenge. And we came up last year with the Steadyhand Retirement Withdrawal Program. And we think it's pretty unique. And we certainly heard that from a lot of different places. What is it about our program that makes it unique?
Our retirement withdrawal program is really designed to simplify this decumulation process. What sets this program apart is the flexibility and the ongoing advice that's tailored to your specific situation. So many decumulation products or services are automated or inflexible. What we do is provide a clear strategy for generating income. We consider your other income sources, which I mentioned earlier, to determine how much you actually need to withdraw from your investments. We help you set up this cash wedge and advise on managing these withdrawals in a tax-efficient way. Most importantly, this program can adjust as your life changes, whether it's health expenses or a new grandchild or a trip. And unlike many other managed solutions, we don't charge extra fee for these services.
And that's so important to our clients. And if you're not a Steadyhand client, and if you're not feeling 100% confident about your retirement plan, well, we put together a free guide that will help you get started. We call it 3 Simple Steps to Retirement, and we've made it available for download in the link below, and I encourage you to take advantage of that. Now, Lori, as we start to wrap things up, are there any common mistakes that you see people making when it comes to shifting into the period of decumulation?
One common mistake, which you'll often kind of see in the headlines or maybe read about, is taking too much risk in retirement. Thinking that you need to make up for lost time or that like FOMO, fear of missing out, creeps in. But what we see more often is actually retirees being too risk averse. Being too conservative can impact your retirement needs as it might not let your portfolio or allow your portfolio to grow enough to keep up with inflation. Another mistake is not paying attention to the taxes. Withdrawals from registered accounts like RSPs or RIFs are fully taxable. So it's important to plan ahead for that. And lastly, not having this cash wedge or a similar strategy can leave retirees vulnerable to these inevitable market downturns, which is why we emphasize having a cash reserve so much.
Yeah, I think that point you made about getting the risk right in your portfolio is so important. We went through such a long period where inflation was benign, somewhere between 1.5% and 2.5%. But then post-COVID, it exploded up to nearly 9%. And so the great irony is if we don't take enough risk in our investment portfolio, we run the risk of, frankly, not having enough money to pay for our future expenses. So getting that right is something that we do a lot of time. We spend a lot of time working with our clients on getting that equation right. Well, let's finish with one last thought. What's the key takeaway that you'd want viewers to remember as they contemplate the challenges of switching from a long period of adding to your pot of gold to now relying upon it for your spending?
Retirement is a new chapter. And it takes time to adjust, and decumulation is just one part of it. A key takeaway is just be flexible and, with a plan and tailor it to kind of your specific needs. Starting point understand your income sources, diversify wisely. If you do that with us, we do it for you, and be open to kind of your adjusting your strategy as circumstances change. Most importantly, you don't actually have to do this alone. Working with an advisor you trust or having open conversations with an accountability partner, an actual partner, a spouse, a close friend can make all the difference in navigating this stage in your life with confidence and, a clear picture of where you're going.
Indeed, Lori, thank you. And we're really delighted that so many of our clients have decided to engage with us on the Steadyhand Retirement Withdrawal Program. We'll provide a link to that program in the video description below. And we'd love to hear from you if you want more information on the program or retirement income planning in general. And a reminder, if you haven't yet subscribed to the Steadyhand YouTube channel, please take a moment to click the subscribe button and ask to be notified whenever we load new videos. Thank you for watching today. See you next time.